Alright guys, so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to be posting the workout for you guys that I actually just did. I just did it on Instagram Live. So it was a pretty long workout, and I want to be able to give it my all for you guys. So what we're going to be doing is just a good stretch with the Equalizers today. So for those of you that are just joining my channel, my name is Mike Meadows. Welcome to my fit family. Hit subscribe, hit like. You're going to get notifications for a variety of different workouts, product reviews, anything like that. Today we actually just did a lower body and core workout. My legs are fried right now, but right now I just want to be able to do something to kind of cool you guys down, give you guys some mobility, give you guys some stretching. That way, you know, if you're really tight, we've been sitting for long periods of time during this quarantine, a lot of Netflix binging. We all know we're doing it. So let's pretty well get into it. All right. So since we did some good lower body work today, this is probably one of my favorite ones. We'll start off rather saving the best for last. We want to work those glutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out those glutes. I know we've been sitting on them for a long period of time. I love being able to just throw my leg up here, and then I'm just going to be able to come down and slide. And I really feel that right in my butt. So the lower I get, I can actually drape myself over and really feel that. I can grab onto the bars if I like. I can rock sort of side to side. I don't want to bounce, so one thing I really want to avoid is ballistic stretching. Bouncing tears muscle fibers. We really don't want to do that. Causes injury, can cause injury to the ligaments, as well as tendons in our joints. So we really just want to be able to make sure that we're doing a good static stretch, or we're doing a good dynamic stretch where we're just rocking side to side, forward and back. That's all right, just no bouncing. Okay, good. You're gonna see that I have a really big hip imbalance on this side. It's actually something I'll probably have to get checked out eventually, but you'll see the difference. As you can see, my leg sits a little bit differently, and I'm a lot tighter on this side, so I don't get as much depth when I come down, and I really feel that right in my glute med, right across that hip. So this is actually something I probably should be doing a little bit more of, just being able to get there. And then that way, as I get into more pigeon poses or anything like that, for, you know, if I'm doing a hot yoga class, or if I'm just stretching, or it's going to help my squat patterns, my deadlift patterns, anything like that. Especially since I do have a little bit of a lateral shift when I do squat. It's just something that I want to be able to fix up. Alright, we want to hold for roughly around 20 to 30 seconds. I can hold up to a minute, and that's actually not so bad. What we're going to do is literally just a nice good hamstring stretch. Alright, so just have our hamstring up here. It's just a good old solid bar stretch. So what I can do is I can come down. I like to come down the back of my leg right along the side. Really feel that, and being able to really push that leg back in here, or I can come down a little bit, get that height, and being able to get there. Awesome. If I want to, I can have a nice tall body. If I hunch over, then I'm kind of deactivating certain groups, and I'm deactivating some of that hamstring pull. I want to keep my chest nice and tall, and I'm really feeling that right through, right across the back of my hip, and right into the back of my knee. So feeling that hamstring, that's that biarticular muscle. We really want to be able to feel that stretch through both areas. So, and then if I turn one way, I'm going to feel that stretch on the lateral side. If I turn inward, I can feel that on the medial side. So really targeting all those hamstrings right there. Good. All right. So if you don't have an EQ bar, that's all right. Ooh, this side's a little tighter. All right. So if you don't have an EQ bar, that's all right. Use a couch, use a table, use your counter if you can get that type of height. I know a few of the trainers at work, we all joke around. We all put our legs up on tables and stuff like that, or on top of the rails for, which are probably a little bit higher than this. So some of those guys that have a little bit more mobility, good on them. All right, so really feeling that. Good. Really feeling that lateral hamstring. That lateral hamstring for me is nice and tight. So those lunges today. All right, so Next up, we're going to do our quad stretch, all right? So, pretty much what we're going to do is literally just put our foot up here, and I'm just going to hold this bar here, and I'm literally just going to lean back into that a little bit. Really feel that quad stretch, drive that hip forward. I'm going to feel that hip flexor as well as that quad. Good, and my goal is I don't want to be driving my knee up, I want to be driving my knee down and pushing my hip forward. So I'm actually going to thrust forward and whoo, feel that right there. All right. Whoo. And relax. Good. All right, so our next one, we're going to do the other side. Want good body balance. Come to the other side. There we go. All right. So once again, driving that knee down, pushing that hip forward. If you want to be able to do this without holding, you can, as long as you have the balance. All right. Good. There you go. Find your balance, find your core, find your center. And I like to be able to come back just because I get a little bit of a deeper stretch right in those hip flexors. Good. Right down that quad muscle. Good. And relax. Great. So, one thing I love doing, one thing that we did work today is we did work some calves. So pretty much I'm just gonna stick my foot just against the bar here. Gives me a good wall stretch. I can crawl forward a bit and really lean into that. That's gonna give me a good calf stretch. Whew. Legs are shaking a little bit today. Everybody have a good day. It's roughly around 8:52 in Toronto. So hope everybody's staying safe. All the best goes out to those in New York. I know they're battling this pretty hard. Good. And rest. Awesome. So we worked calves, we worked hams, we worked quads, we worked glutes. So one thing I like doing is being able to just open up that like lower back right into the lats. This is something I love doing. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stand here. I can do this kneeling as well, and I'm just gonna push that forward, really opening up those lats, and come back. Good. Push that forward. I feel that right in my T-spine, right through my lats, right up through my armpits. Good. And so for those of you that don't know, I'm also a fascial stretch therapist. So some of the things that we look at are like the fascial lines and fascial nets of the body. Pretty much think of it this way: if I got a kink here and I go try and move my arm, kind of a little sticky. If I loosen all this up here, now I have more movement. That's probably one of the best ways I usually describe it to my clients. So if we loosen up some things down here, if you get a lot of upper body pain, or you're very kyphotic, or very lordotic, if we loosen certain things up, it's going to help open up those kind of tight tension areas and help relieve a lot of that pressure. So what we're going to do is we're going to come through here. We're going to come through, really feeling that, right through those lats, right in those trap 3s, right in those trap 4s. Good. Coming over. Good. So for my clients that are usually used to doing this with strength bands, DTS bands, anything like that, we usually hook those onto some of the cages or some of the TRX areas, and we'll usually use big bands to be able to get those big stretches. Equalizers are just as great. I can come down here. I can be able to really stretch out those hip flexors, really opening up that hip as I drive this forward. So I want a good step forward, and I'm just going to lean, really tilt, keep that chest high, and really getting deep in those hip flexors here. Awesome. You'll find this a little bit different if I bring my arms in. It's not as much. I like being able to really reach. I find I get a little bit deeper stretch. So same thing here. Really opening that up. I can push that knee out just a little bit. I don't want to go beyond the equalizer. Okay, great job, guys. This is actually a really easy pattern just to be able to do, just as you wake up or before you go to bed. And we're just gonna drive that down. Really, really sit in those arms. Head below, nice flat back. I don't want to be rounding that back. Nice flat back. Push that butt back. And if I drive my bum back and forward, I'm going to get a little bit of a dynamic stretch there. Really feeling that stretch. That's a good one. All right. So, just something that I know we didn't really work them today, but we have been doing some upper body work or anything like that on some of the videos. Some of you I know have talked to me about carpal tunnel. A couple of you guys have talked to me about tennis elbow or anything like that. So a lot of the muscles in the forearms are something that we kind of neglect and we don't really stretch. So there's a couple things that we can do with the bars. I like just being able to lean into them, get a good forearm stretch, right through those forearms, right up into the bicep a little bit. And as I drive that out, I'm gonna get a little bit more. So really, really coming through. This is great for any of my people. I can drop my legs down, try and get a little bit of a deeper stretch, a little bit of a higher stretch, higher pull. And it's great for any of my guys that want to work on their front squats. Good. Same thing on the reverse. I can actually just put my fingers, pretty much just knuckles, just in front of the bar, and then I'm just gonna lean back a little bit. I'm just gonna rock my body back, straighten out that front leg, really stretching out those forearms right through the elbow. Really feeling that. So especially for any of my dancers out there, any of my tutting people, you'll find I'm one of these like duck hand people. That's usually because the muscles are super tight. So one of the things that we want to be able to do is try and get this flat. The only way to do that, keep stretching those wrists out and really being able to work through. And really, really making sure we're working on that mobility in those wrists. Good. All right. So that's a little bit of a series I wanted to be able to share with you guys for the equalizers. Once again, if you don't have them and you'd like them, hit the link below. You can go to www.lebertfitness.com. Use my promo code MEADOWS, all caps, MEADOWS, and you'll get 20% off the bars. You get 2 bars in a pack. So there's over 200 exercises to be able to do with them, plus the stretching. So once you get them, hit me up. We'll have some fun. We'll work out. Reach out. I'm always here for you guys. So thanks very much, guys. Enjoy quarantine as much as possible. I'm out for today. Have a good one, Fit Fam.